We are here at the media center of the COP26 ACC, Glasgow, Scotland. As we know that the COP26 is undergoing, we are basically in the fourth day of the COP, and a lot is happening in the COP. Uh, we all know this is a very important COP that last year we couldn't have a COP due to this pandemic raging through the world. This year we are going to have it. And if you go back to the Paris Agreement, you will find that 2020 was the year when the ground level implementation was supposed to start. That couldn't be. So in this COP, there are certain very emergent requirements. For example, the rule book of Paris needs to be completed. There are also discussions to be held on finance, one of the outstanding issues. The discussion on loss and damage that affects the countries like India and Bangladesh, where the people are suffering without contributing anything, the cauldron of climate change. But everything else has been kind of swept under the carpet by this new jargon called net zero. The net zero has been all prevailing. If you are in Glasgow and been covering this COP, moving around, going to the train station, going to the bus stop edges, you'll find net zero everywhere. And net zero is also everywhere within this premises of COP ACC building. Every announcement being made, every commitment being made is being linked to net zero. Now, while that's very welcome that the countries are announcing their intention to become net zero by another 30 years or 40 years, but the more question is, can we wait that long? Should we wait that long? Because if you look at the reports being prepared in the recent past by various expert groups, agencies, by IPCC itself, by World Meteorological Organization, everybody is saying that by 2030, latest by 2040, the world is going to warm up beyond 1.5 degrees centigrade. Very quickly, it can become 2 degrees centigrade, and by the end of the century, the rise of temperature may be in the range of 3 to 5 degrees centigrade compared to pre-industrial level, which is, I would say, almost inhabitable for human life to exist. Now, with this background, if we can talk or if we talk about the net zero targets, then which are at least 20 years, 30 years down the line, then it becomes absolutely unconnected with the reality. USA set the target of 2050, European Union 2050, China 2060, and during the COP, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced India's net zero target at 2070. Now, that is an important issue because the experts like Salimul Saab, Salimul Haq from Bangladesh, from Harjit Singh, Sanjay Vashisht from India and international agencies, they've been all saying that by putting up net zero into the fore, the, the developed countries are pushing everything else behind. It's like that everything else is going to back burner. Now, that is not the way it should have been. The world is not going to survive about talking something which is going to happen 3 years, 3 decades down the line. It seems that as if when the leaders today should think about the survival of the next generation, what they're doing, they're passing the buck, they're passing the responsibility to the next generation, asking them to become net zero by 2050, 2060, 2070. And also another very important point, while they're announcing these long-term targets, they are hardly talking about the interim targets. They're hardly talking about what is going to happen in 2020, 30, 2040, 2035. So without giving the interim targets with definite clear-cut kind of emission card scenarios, it virtually doesn't make any sense that they are talking net zero. So in today, uh, being the Wednesday, the Leaders Summit has come to an end. All talks have completed. Most of the leaders have gone back. Now the real negotiation has started. So we have to keep very close watch on what's happening around, especially for developing countries like us, like India and the Indian subcontinent, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and everybody else. So from the climate channel, we will continue to look closely at what's happening at ground level, and we'll see that how it is going to impact it. So as of now, Jayanta Basu for Climate Channel, Glasgow. We conclude here.